What is up, guys? It is Naughty Spider with another video. Yes. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're old here, then welcome back, BB, to the Spider Kank. Kank. Okay, so guys, another series, week 2 series of the artist. Not another series, my bad. Week 2 of the Artist Wave series. Yes. So I used to have such a beautiful lighting in the back, but my freaking projector got smashed, and I'm gonna buy a new one. So I apologize for the inconvenience, y'all. Apologize. Okay. Anyways. Okay, guys. So let me put this over here. Okay, my bad, guys. I just, I bring in the mannequin, Moniquein. I forgot how we called her on the live stream. Yarkisha, I don't know. I forgot at this point. She's usually more close in the back to me, but because of the video angle that I have for TikTok live videos. But since we're doing the YouTube series, we will be pushing her in the back. And look at that, oh my god. Okay, I'm actually gonna set my whole background up after this, but I really need to get to this because, guys, I'm ashamed and I am so mad and embarrassed. But it is Monday. It's not Sunday. I'm supposed to be doing the course, reading the course every Sunday, but yesterday I just got caught up editing so many videos, and you know what, I should have just set time aside for this, but sometimes when I'm getting work done, I just want to finish because I'm on fire of finishing the work. And I'm more motivated off of that fire that I feel. I don't know if you guys get me, but for those who get me, you get me. And I was on fire and I was finishing up the work, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to do this after. But then it was like 10 a.m. when I finished all of my editing, all of my posting. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this in the morning. Woke up in the morning like around 6:45 a.m. But I had to work out at 8:30, so I only had time to get ready, do my coffee, my protein shake. And I didn't have time to do it. So now we're here in the afternoon. But either way, I ate, cleaned, guys. I feel so good. My room is looking beautiful. It's clean. It smells amazing. And because, I don't really kick it in my room all day. I'm usually in the garage all day working hard. So my man's is up in the room, girl. And you know how the men are. They are so dirty. He cleans, but he don't be cleaning like that, So I was like, you know what, let's clean because we gotta clean. It just makes me feel so good. And I got new Hello Kitty sheets, and it's just whatever. Okay, so let's get back to the nitty gritty. So I'm gonna read week 2 today. Recovering a sense of identity. Now, let's go ahead and read the book. And when I am done, I will come back and do a recap. So the last video that came out, I was doing a lot of yapping. But I was just so excited to share how I was feeling, where my mental health state was at, and how this book helped me out during week 1. Okay. The reason why I wanted to do it like that is because I want to relate to you guys. I want you guys to connect with me, relate to me. That way I can try and help you in some type of way, because maybe I won't relate to some. Obviously not to all people. Not a lot of people will understand what I'm talking about. But for those who I can help and reach out and connect with, those are the people that I want to help out, that I want to connect with. So with that being said, we're going to read this and we're going to do a better recap this week without doing all the yapping, even though I already did the yapping, but you guys get me. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with week 2. Yes, guys, week 2. We're done reading the course book, and we're done with the first pages. However, let me put some chapstick, girl. Put some chapstick. Don't mind the messy hair, guys. Honestly, like, here in my YouTube channel, you guys will see me at my messiest. Okay, like, I don't care how I look. Most of the time I do, but I just care more about delivering the message, recording, and editing. So I don't really care how I look. For my live streams though, I do try to look better. Anyways, guys, so we are done with reading the book. Okay, week 2, recovery of self. Now, there's a few things that I learned that were so important, guys. So important. So let's go over it. Let me turn off the fan because I'm cold. Okay, so this week was very detailed. Last week, I guess it was like very general, but still enough to like make me think of certain situations, think of certain things that affected me in my artistry. But this week was more of recovering a sense of identity. And what I realize is that they're talking a lot more of how a lot of people in our lives that are creatively blocked can affect us in our recovery journey of becoming an artist. So basically, we're trying to recover and become an artist, okay? Become that artist that we want to become. Coffee break. Brown time. Siri, put an alarm for 8:30 a.m.
Your alarm is set for 8:30 a.m.
So, basically we're trying to recover ourselves to become an artist, to have that confidence that we are artists. Because when you're creatively blocked, you're basically, depends what type of level that you're in this creative block, artist block. But a lot of us are shadow artists, and for so long I wasn't a shadow artist. For so long I didn't believe that I could be an artist. So when I was young, I feel like I've said this before, but for those who don't know, when I was very young, I wanted to become an actress. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a model. I wanted to be a dancer, famous, and this was me when I was in elementary. And I joined this agency. This one guy came up to my mom and he told her, hey, your daughter looks like she would be a great fit for our agency. You should come and apply and join us and see, we can help her out to become a famous actress, artist, whatever, model. And I've always wanted to do that, and I was old enough to understand what they were asking my mom. So I told her, Mom, yes, let's do it. I want to take this opportunity, because my mom told me that they used to ask her that a lot about me when I was younger, but that she always said no because she was afraid that she didn't know English enough. She was too afraid to join these agencies, to go to these auditions, because she didn't know English. So she always said no to those opportunities. But now that I was older and I was old enough to understand what they were asking her, I told my mom, please, let's do it. This is my dream. I want to take this opportunity. However, it was so expensive, the classes, because basically they were preparing me for my auditions. They took headshots of me. They prepared me to become a better actress, to become a better model. And all of that cost money, and it was very expensive. So I was only able to last for like 1 month or 2 max, because it was just, like I said, it was too expensive. But during that time, I would audition a lot every weekend, and I will never get chosen. I started off with a group of girls my age, and they all got agents. They all got chosen. All their auditions went very well, and I was like the only one that wasn't getting chosen. My auditions were not succeeding, and that discouraged me. And when I compared myself as a young girl, I compared myself to those girls, and I was like, what is the difference between me and you here? Why are they choosing you girls and not me? And all I could think about is they're petite women, skinny, either petite or skinny. They're like more American white looking women, and that made me feel like, oh my god, I'm ugly, I'm dark, because I was very, very dark as a young, and I'm brown now. I'm still brown, but when I was very young, I was very, very dark brown, and I felt like it was because of and honestly, because when I was young, I would get bullied over my skin color a lot. So that made me feel like, oh, that's why they don't want me, because of my skin color. Oh, they don't want me because I'm chubby, because I was like chubbier. And I was just not as beautiful as them. And that's what I thought as a youngin', and that discouraged me. I said, this is not for me. This is too much of a competition. I'm gonna stop. I don't want to do this shit no more. And I quit. I told myself that I don't want to be an artist, that I'd rather take the academic route, because academically I could succeed and I will have a spot guaranteed in that industry. Anything academically, whether it be a detective, a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, a teacher, I'm gonna have a solidified spot, because as long as I study and I pass those tests, I could get a spot. Right? That's how I thought as a youngin'. And so I did that. I quit my dreams in elementary, and I decided to take the freaking academic route, and I succeeded. I went to college. I graduated on time. I have a degree on criminal justice. I decided that I wanted to become a detective my whole life. But once I graduated college, I realized that, I have to be a cop for 5 years or be in the military for 5 years. And that made me realize that I don't want to do that. That life is not for me. I don't want to risk my life. No offense. Like, hey, thank you to all my soldiers out there and my vets, because that is such a hard position to be in. I couldn't do it. So I decided that was not the life for me. I did not want to do that. I did not want to risk my life. And hopefully I don't sound too harsh saying it, but that's just literally how I feel. I don't want to risk my life for others. I don't want to risk my life for anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't like risking my life. My life is too precious to be risking it. And I still go by that. I still feel like that. So, I quit those dreams, and I decided to take a different route. I decided to become a private investigator. So for the past, before last year, so before 2024, I was working at a job for this company that was going to prepare me to become a private investigator. I only had to work there for like 4 years, and my very last year there, I quit drinking alcohol, and a month after I quit, it made me realize how I was living an imposter life. Literally. I was living an imposter life. I was living a life to make my mom happy. I was living a life to make my dad happy. I was living a life to impress them, to impress my family, to impress those around me, those around my family, to impress other people. I was not, and to make my parents happy. I was not living a life that made me happy. I was living a life for them. My entire freaking life. For 27 years, I was living that life. To make others happy. To make my mom, my dad happy. To impress them. And when I quit drinking and my frontal lobe developed, it just made me realize that, oh wow, I've been living an imposter life. And this course, week 2, okay, this is about week 2, the course of week 2. It talks about people around us that shape us to become a shadow artist, that develop us in having creative blocks, or an artist block, or to, okay, let me slow down. So when I quit my job and I decided to fulfill my real dreams, to make me happy and not others, I decided that I am an artist and I do want to be an artist. I was just living an imposter life. This is my dream, to be an artist, to be an influencer, to be a content creator, to help millions of people if I can, to record, film, edit, share my art in different ways, sing, dance, rap, all that. Even though I can't sing, but I love to sing, and I'm still gonna sing even though I can't sing. Like, that's just what it is, because I love art. I love the process of it. I love the feeling of it. I'm an artist. I have too much potential to just be and okay? I did it for 4 freaking years nonstop. Before that, I was working at retail jobs. I was working at fast food jobs. I was working at libraries, office jobs. You name it. I'm very versatile in my work history. Like, I've worked plenty and different jobs that have prepared me for what I'm doing now, my own business. Thank God. And so now that I have recovered that artistry, right? I know that this is telling you that when you're recovering, a lot of people that see you recovering that artist block to become that creative artist with confidence, there's going to be people who suffer from artist blocks that are not going to be rooting, and they're not going to be happy for you. They're going to be jealous. They're going to be mad. They're going to discourage you. So it's basically telling us to please keep a lookout on those people and to not share too much information, so that way they do not get in your head. And if you people are getting in your head or trying to get in your head, okay, I'm the type of person that I'm gonna keep my distance from you. As soon as I peep something negative that you're either trying to get in my head about, discourage me, you're not happy for me, you're using words of negativity, goodbye now. We're keeping a distance. And it took me a very long time to be like that. I was just like embedded in that toxicity for so long, because I grew up in that type of toxic environment. I didn't know that I could just step away and distance myself from it. And right now, since I'm a recovering artist, and I need to protect me. I need to protect my energy. I need to protect my artistry, my creativity. I need to protect my recovery. I need to protect me as an artist from all these freaking víboras, all these snakes. And this week, it tells you that you need to be careful with those people. Blocked friends may find your recovery disturbing. You cannot afford their well-meaning doubts right now. You cannot freaking afford their self-doubt meanings. And I have this one person in mind that I'm not gonna say who, but oh my gosh, they are they're so creatively blocked that their insecurities are talked through them to me. Like, they express their creative blocks to me, and luckily, like, the way that I was seeing it is, are they trying to like knock me off my mojo? Are they trying to like discourage me? You know, like, my intuition was telling me negative, don't listen. This is not for you. My intuition was telling me, don't listen to them. They're not for you. Be careful. Don't listen, basically, was my intuition telling me. But, you know, little did I know, those negative words were lingering in my head all day. And they were. I kept hearing it, and I kept noticing, like, why is this lingering in my head? And it's because it's words of negativity. It's self-doubt. It's basically teaching us that those self-doubt phrases, words, can affect us because we're recovering. We come from self-doubt. That's why we didn't become the artist that we wanted to a long time ago, because we were so doubtful of ourselves, of our own artistry, of our own creativity. And these people that are blocked, trying to get in our head with their negative opinions, can affect us because we came from that. We're recovering from that mentality. So that's why as soon as you peep that, you gotta get away from it. Blocked creatives are easily manipulated by guilt. Our friends, feeling abandoned by our departure from the ranks of the blocked, may unconsciously try to guilt trip us into giving up our newly healthy habits. Guys, oh my gosh. This is very important. It's happened to me. It happens to me. It's horrible, and you gotta peep it, and you gotta distance yourself from these negative people. As blocked creatives, we focus not on our responsibility to ourselves, but on our responsibilities to others. We tend to think such behavior makes us good people. It doesn't. It makes us frustrated people. Bingo. And that's what I'm talking about. My whole life I've been living an imposter life. I've been trying to make my mom happy, my dad happy, make others happy, impress them. I was living a life for them. I was not living a life for me. And you know what? I thought about this like around year 2020 or 2021. Yeah, year 2021, I realized, like, oh my God, I'm literally living a life to make them happy, not even me. I thought about that, right? And I was like, you know what? But I'd rather live that life because I don't care about me. I care about them. That's how I thought. And I remember thinking that way because I was like, damn. It was like a moment of realization. Like, oh, shoot. I'm living a life for them. But then I realized, like, oh, but I'd rather live a life for them because I don't care about me. I care about them. Dang, and that's crazy because now looking at it, I really care about myself. I really love myself. I really want to fulfill myself. And it's crazy that I literally thought that, like, I don't care about me. I'd rather live a life for them because I care about them. Anyways, these are a few things that I highlighted because very important. You will discover the joy of practicing your creativity, the process, not the product. So, this is very important in our recovery as an artist. Let's not focus on the results, the numbers, the results. Let's focus on the progress of the art, having fun, being creative, the process of thinking of the creativity, drawing that creative thought, and then making it come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I'm a crochet artist, drawing, sketching my outfit that I want to crochet, and then making it come to life. The process of it, not did people like my video? How many people watched it? Did people repost it? Did they comment on it? The numbers. Don't think of the result. Don't think of the numbers. Think of the process. Wow, I'm having fun. I'm sketching out my outfit. I'm crocheting my outfit. It came to life. I'm gonna create a beautiful video, whether I get likes or no likes, comments or no comments, views or no views. The process of it was golden, and that is what matters. Let's not focus on the numbers, especially during our recovery, because then the numbers are going to discourage us, girl. Your own healing is the greatest message of hope for others. During my live streams, I love to talk about positivity. Even though like my numbers are not huge, the little group of people that are in my life hear gems. And I feel like I love that, because at least I could help out 3 people that are going through the same thing as me. You know, I'm giving those 3 people hope, some sense of hope, because I talk about my experience, about how I was discouraged as a little kid and you know, stopped my dreams from coming true. And then now that I'm older, I'm like trying to work on my true dreams, my true happiness, and I'm not gonna give up this time, because now I'm older and I'm more aware of what I did when I was little. And I don't want to do that. I want to help that little girl out. I want to be there for that little girl, me, my child self. Okay, this is the most important part of this chapter, and then we're gonna wrap it up, and that's it, guys. So Crazymakers, let's drop that right there. A related thing creatives do to avoid being creative is to involve themselves with crazymakers. Crazymakers are those personalities that create storm centers. They are often charismatic, frequently charming, highly inventive, and powerfully persuasive. Crazymakers are the kind of people who can take over your whole life. Okay, so an example is crazymakers break deals and destroy schedules. They spend your time and money. They discount your reality. They expect special treatment. If crazymakers are the destructive, what are we doing involved with them? Okay. We're gonna read that one after. Crazymakers are expert blamers. They create drama, but seldom where they belong. They hate schedules except their own. They hate order. They deny that they are crazymakers. So basically, let's say, this is an example. Let's say you have this upcoming event. Oh my God, an event that's going to help out your business, an event that's going to help out your career, an event that's going to help out your graduation, an exam that is very important for you in order to get that certification. Crazymakers are the people that will come into your life, try to create drama to discourage you from pursuing your dreams, from pursuing that business, from... You know what I'm saying? Hold up, guys. I have to use my restroom. Okay, guys. Sorry I have to use the restroom. But just to sum everything up, the very last part. Crazymakers. So, Crazy makers are those people who are just live in drama, love to cause chaos, love to cause a reaction from you, a negative reaction from you. Even like who love to discourage you, who love to drain you, who love to get energy from you, who see you doing good but they want to like, affect you. And I could just name a bunch of people right now in the top of my head who I feel that like to do that to me. Especially now that I'm an artist and I'm confident and I put myself out here. There's a lot of people that are in my circle of life that try to affect me. Okay, not only family members, other people. And I peeped that. And I'm just so grateful that I have the gift of discernment, that I'm able to know who and what and when they're doing these type of things to me. And that is when I automatically in my head put a shield over, and I'm like, they're trying to get to me, we're not gonna let them. You know what I mean? And they do it in such creative ways. If they're creatively blocked, girl, they're not creatively blocked. When they do that stuff, they are very creative when it comes to those things. And most of the time they do that. What is that? You tripping? Oh, sorry. Most of the time they do that because they're creatively blocked, is what she's saying. They too suffer from being creatively blocked, and they don't want others to succeed because they're over here being blocked. Our recovery disturbs them. They want us to be like them. They want us to have self-doubt. They want us to be not confident. Things like that. And I know a few people. I know this one female especially. That bitch be doing the most, bro. The most. I'm glad that I can use my discernment and I'm able to see that stuff. And that's why, guys, be careful with who you put into your circle. Be careful with who you take advice from, get information from, listen to, give your energy to. That's things that I've learned. Because before I was like, I'm gonna spread positive energy to everyone, and although I'm still spreading positive energy, I'm more like, this person does not deserve my energy, whether it be good energy or bad energy. I'm just not gonna pay attention to them, because the more that I do, the more it drains me. So be careful with that, because at first I was like, I'm still gonna spread positivity because I have so much positivity and so much energy to give. And I did for a little bit until I started feeling drained, and I realized, I need to protect my energy. I should not be spreading just energy to anyone. I should pick and choose, and I should be very wise about it, because like I said, it drained me and it didn't make me feel good at one point. I really liked this week's course, what they taught me, because I've been going through a lot right now with this type of stuff, and it just made me think of a few people, and I'm happy that I'm able to work on it. So it says, if crazy makers are that destructive, what are we doing involved with them? The answer, to be brief but brutal, is that we're that crazy ourselves, and we are that self-destructive. And that made me realize that is very true. Because for us to let these people run our lives like that, to come into our lives and cause that type of destruction, that type of chaos, then we must too be crazy and self-destructive, In reality, I like to keep my distance. I've been working very hard on keeping my distance from these people, not giving them the time and day to do that to me. My head has just been hurting me. Oh, I thought I was gonna get sick last night too. My goodness. But yeah, guys, I try to keep my distance from these people. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna continue to keep my distance from these people because they got me effed up. So guys, please keep your distance from these people. If you can, cut them off. Depending on the severity of how much chaos they're causing into your life, cut them out. Cut them off. It's hard, but cut them off. If you have to move out, move out. If you have to block them, block them. If you have to just, you know, do whatever you have to do in order to protect yourself. For me, that's why I keep my distance. I've set boundaries, girl. I've been doing my thing. Like, for real, I've been looking out for myself a lot more now. I like to set boundaries. If I don't like something, I will speak up. I will not stay quiet anymore. For so long, I was staying quiet because I was not confident in myself. But as I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize that I love to speak up for myself, and I'm gonna defend myself because no one defends me out here, okay? When I'm on the live streams and people troll, no one defends me. I'm the one who defends myself. People will call me names, people will do this. Are people defending me? Nope. I'm the one defending myself. So, not that I expected anyone to defend me, but that just proves to me that this is why I'm doing this on my own. This is why I have my back to the fullest. This is why I'm the only one that has my best interest in me and what I'm doing. No one else has their best interest in me. There's a few people that support, that see the potential, that love to see my growth. At the end of the day, I'm going to still do me. And I'm going to continue to defend myself, just like you guys should too. And that's why I keep my distance, and I like to set boundaries. And you guys should too. I love it. I love it. I have my back, and it just feels, I feel so powerful having my own back. Yeah, guys, with that being said, that's the last of it. This video probably gonna last hella long because I give you guys examples of my life. I try to incorporate my own life to it, my own life and what I've been through. That way, you know, maybe for some of you guys it'll relate and help you guys out. So I'm gonna keep doing it like that. I feel like it's gonna help some of you guys out. If you guys have any questions, let me know, please, girls. I do not buy, guys. I do not buy. I love to help people out. I love it. I love to give advice. I love to help people out the best way that I can. It brings me so much happiness to help people out, and that is why I'm doing the series, because I want to reach out. I want to help out for my upcoming creators. You know, I'm still in the process of becoming a successful creator, but I have a lot of faith, and that faith ain't going nowhere. Okay, I have a lot of faith, and I love what I'm doing, and I am so happy, and I am on fire. Okay, thanks to my Diosito lindo, thanks to God, all of this is possible. My life has changed ever since I gave my life to him, and I continue to make things for him, do things for him. That way, you know, I gotta salute him. I just gotta be a good child to him. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna write on my morning journal. I just wanted to talk to you guys before I continued my morning journal. I don't want you guys to read that because I say a lot of stuff in there. So I'm gonna write my morning journals. It's 7:46 a.m. I woke up at 6 a.m. today. I cleaned my room. I made my coffee, my protein shake, my water. I came here to talk to you guys, and I talked a little too much. And now I'm gonna write on my morning journal. I'm gonna get ready for the gym. I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna get my eyebrows done. I'm gonna come back, probably take a nap, get ready for my meeting and then go on the live stream at 10:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm gonna try to get in a little nap time because I need that nap in order to be good, because otherwise, girl, I am tired. But other than that, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for spending another video with me. I hope you guys are having an amazing week, day, weekend, night, morning, afternoon. Remember, guys, try to stay positive. It is hard sometimes, you know, depending on what we're going through, but that's the only thing that can help us to see that light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes it's harder, I get it. Sometimes we gotta express negative feelings, you know, express negative emotions, crying, anger, and that is okay. But please don't try to take it out on people, because when you try to take it out on people, that's not good. Try not to, you know. And as long as you practice not to, you're gonna get better and you're not gonna do it anymore. Trust me. When I was little, I used to take all my anger out on people, but I slowly started working on myself once I hit 16 years old, and I don't express negative feelings towards people no more. Because what? 'Cause that's lame, and because people don't deserve that just because I'm going through something. It takes a lot of strength to not be that way, but you could do it. Either way, I love y'all. I will see you next week. And guys, check out my tutorials if you guys have any questions. I mean, if you guys want to check out my tutorials, check out my series, my vlogging series, and support me on all my other platforms, guys. And make sure you guys join my TikTok live streams Tuesdays through Saturdays at 10:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.